Alright, hello and welcome back everybody. Welcome back to another stream. Today, we are taking a look at the high tier premium planes of every tech tree, at least all of the ones that are currently available. This might become interesting for people who want to buy them on the current sale, and the pack sales should start like soon. I don't know when exactly, but there will be pack sales too, so a lot of these premiums are in packs, so then you can buy them if you want. You should definitely wait until then, because, you know, 50% off a pack is kind of a good deal. And yeah, we are ranking them. There are no rank 7 premiums in Air, so they're all rank 6 premiums. I didn't take rank 5 premiums into account because, you know, you can't grind top tier with rank 5 premiums. So here we are with our selection of 11 rank 6 premiums. And I'm not sure which one to start with. I'd say we start with one of the best and then take one of the worst. How about we take the F5C first? Let me take it real quick. Good. Alright. What do you guys think of the F5C? In my opinion, it's definitely one of the better premiums. Especially since you can, it got moved up to rank 6. I think it was rank 5 before, right? And it's a really, really easy plane to fly. It turns well. It has great energy retention. It has decent missiles. It has really good guns. Like, they're not Vulcans, but they're high velocity 20 mils. So I think the F5 is better buy than the F4S or the A6E. What do you think? Should I get the SU-11 or the MiG-21S? I mean, the MiG-21S will get you further into the tree, but it's probably not that good. It's you know, it works. I don't know. I wouldn't buy the SU-11 if you want to get to top tier. If you don't care about top tier, sure, go for the SU-11 because that thing is just really good. F5 is just better. Yeah, I think the F5 is better than either of these other US premiums. That's why I personally think it's one of the best planes to grind the US tech tree. It's probably the best plane to grind the US tree. So honestly, I'd put it at S tier. Just you know, we have a start. S tier, yeah. I agree with you, Loudward. Okay, we have our S tier F5. Next up, one of the worst ones. Guys, pick one, pick one. Why there's so many premiums missing? Because the A10 is only a rank 6. Yeah, okay. The A10 is only a rank 6 premium, so you can't grind top tier with it. Or up to top tier. That's why I didn't include them. This is purely about the high tier premiums. Everything that's rank 7. And yeah, top tier is now rank 8. F104 is probably the worst. Okay, we have the Turkish F104, the F104 TAS, I believe it's called. And I'm kind of biased because I'm personally a big fan of F104s. I just like them, okay, aesthetically. But it is a pretty bad plane in my opinion. You're kind of a high BR with what's the BR? Let me check. Yeah, 11.0, yeah, as I thought. So you're kind of high BR with 11.0 and being like not maneuverable at all. It's kind of okay-ish now since 11.0 doesn't see top tier anymore. But it still only gets 89 Ps. And I personally don't think it's a good plane. I don't think any of these today are straight up F tier planes. France and China are forgotten. I don't believe I forgot them. Wait. Did France? Let me... I think I just forgot to put the picture in here. Let me just... If I forgot that, it would be kind of hilarious. But that's no problem. Let me put it in here back. But you're right. They are somehow not there. No, that's fine. I can just move them in. I have the files for it. I just probably forgot to move them in. There is the Mirage F1. And as you said, China. You're right. Somehow the J7 is missing. What a fail. But that's not a problem. I made the pictures yesterday when I was super tired, so I probably messed something up here. Alright, we have the J7D2. And now we're good. Alright, let's go back to the F104. I think there are no F tiers here. They're all like capable planes, kind of. But I would personally put it at D tier. You cannot dogfight anyone. You cannot hope to win any dogfights. And you only get aim 9 Ps at 11.0. So I would put it at D tier. At least it gets countermeasures, unlike, you know, the original F104S, which back when I played it didn't get countermeasures. I think it still... Now it does. Okay, so they updated that. Cool. Back in the day it didn't have countermeasures, so it was a very fun time. J7D's F tier? Why do you think the J7D is F tier? But thank you, Yo-Yo Blast, for reminding me that there were pictures missing. Alright, next up. I mean, you know, if you're already shitting on the J7D, we might as well talk about it. Alright, J7D. You're right, it's basically a MiG-21 with countermeasures and PL5Bs at 11.0, but PL5Bs are not bad, and they're not the only thing. You also get magics. Although I would probably take the PL5s over the magics, just for the lack of range on the magics. Other than that, I think it's gotten better since it doesn't face top tier anymore. You can now very effectively grind because your flight performance is still okay. You know, it's still a MiG-21 airframe. It can kind of somewhat turn. Magic, my beloved, though. Tim, I like the magic. It just has no range. That's the problem. I wanna love it, but like, you shoot it, and sure, it can pull 35 Gs, but once the magic has pulled 35 Gs, it just falls out of the sky because it doesn't have any energy left. Also, I believe the Chinese ones, the PL7s, are just magic ones, right? Let me just check in games so I don't tell you any lies. Because that would be horrible. Yeah, they're only rear aspect. So I personally would take the PL5Bs over the magic one. Because the PL5Bs pull 30 Gs. That's more than enough. So, and they have much superior range. I think the J7D is a solid B tier. What do you guys think? C tier or lower? Why do you hate the J7D so much? Why do you want it at C tier? C tier, okay, multiple people agreeing that it's C tier. You're not doing the GE high tier ones. We're doing the rank 7 ones, you know, we're doing basically the ones that allow you to go to grind up to top tier. Which doesn't include any GE ones, as far as I know. It's worse than the Lazur. That's true. The Lazur has 6 R60Ms, right? Or MKs. You're right, it's worse than the Lazur. Okay, let's put it at C tier for now. If you guys insist it's a C tier, then we put it at C tier. And Lazur is not A tier. Yeah, I guess. Although it's a MiG-21 BIS, it has a pretty nice engine. Although at 11.0 there are other things that are pretty good. So next up, somebody wanted a MiG-23. MiG-23 ML. As far as I understand, It's basically like the MLA or MLD, right? There isn't that much of a difference. And in my opinion, it's terribly, terribly under-tiered. In realistic, it's actually not under-tiered, but in simulator battles, this is actually one of the best planes since it's only 11.0 in simulator battles for unknown reasons. MLA a bit heavier, yeah. So I definitely think it's at least an A tier. Put it in Fortnite F. God damn, everybody's making fun of my F, okay? If you want to know what kind of font that is, it's called Impact. There it is. We can also do HoloLens and... maybe we can find something funny. Yeah, look. Isn't that the perfect one? That's the right font. That's totally an F now. Good. Alright. let's go back to the MiG-23. The R-24 alone should make this an S tier, to be honest. I think it could be an S tier. The R-24, the T was really good when the when the MiG-23 MLD released, the R-24T. But ever since that, we've gotten drag changes for missiles, so the T is not that amazing anymore because it doesn't snipe at ridiculous ranges. But in my opinion, the R-24R is still very capable, just head-on missile. Just surprise people who want to take you head-on with an R-24R, and they're not gonna dodge that at close range. So in my opinion, I'm undecided between A and S tier. It's a really competent fighter. The big downside is that it's 11-3, so you are facing top tier, which will drastically slow down your grind, because facing F-16s and MiG-29s in a MiG-23 is not fun. Not at all. Do you think they should add Norway to War Thunder? I don't think so, no. Norway doesn't have its own, like, tank or planes production. They're just buying stuff from other nations, which is okay, you know, which is fine. But that doesn't make them a unique tree for War Thunder. It would just be a different remix from other trees. So, I'm undecided between A and S tier. Let's just put it here for now, okay? The R-24T was really good when the MiG-23 MLD released. And I think I still have like a 70+% win rate on my MiG-23 MLD back when I played it from back then when I played it. Just because the R-24T was just so fun and so good. Top of A tier. we do some other planes and then we decide later, okay? TF4. Oh no, not the TF4. Okay, we go for the TF4. F4J UK. What do you guys think? 11.3, so you... Wait, yeah, 11.3, so you will be facing top tier, which, again, is an issue that other planes don't have. And you only get Sky Flashes and AIM-9Gs. AIM-9Gs are kinda, you know... So you don't have any all-aspect IR missiles at 11.3. And you're still in F4, so... Your flight performance is also not that amazing. And you don't have an inbuilt gun, so you need a gun pod, which makes you automatically worse than other Phantoms. If you know what I mean. It's the same with the F4S, but the F4S is also slightly different because it has way better missiles. Like, way better. For the F4S, so B tier. I wouldn't put it even at B tier. Look, if we compare to the F4S, the F4S, they're both the same battle rating, okay? Skyflash, shit range, versus AIM-7F, I believe, with good range. You have AIM-9Hs, I think they're AIM-9H, versus AIM-9Gs, so another big upside for the F4S Phantom. I'm checking here, just so I don't tell you any lies here. AIM-9H. And I just think the F4S is just superior in basically every way that matters, and they're both at the same BR. I personally would put it at C tier. Like, if you think the J7D is C tier, that thing is even worse. Because it faces top tier, and it's not much stronger. I would put it at C tier. The F4J, I wouldn't want to give it to anyone. Please don't play the F4J if you can avoid it. At least the British F4J. The US Tech Tree F4J is pretty nice. Aren't 9Gs and 9Hs the same? Not as far as I know. I'm pretty sure they are not. The 9G pulls 18Gs, the 9H pulls 18Gs? Okay. They must be different. The A9H is newer, so there must be a difference, right? I forgot the difference. Was the AIM-9H? It has to be somewhat different, right? No difference? H's are like 9Js. No, they're not. 9Js have less range and pull harder. No, but H's and G's are apparently the same? The H's is a change to solid state computing. There's no spec difference in Warfare. Okay. The H has a better track rate, which I guess, yeah, reflects that solid state computing. So it's not really better than the 9G. Well, I'll take back what I said earlier then. I would still not put it too high. It still has the sky flashes versus the AIM-7F on the F4S. And it doesn't get the... No, it gets the American engines. Because the high-tier British Phantoms get the British engines, which are pretty cool. They have a lot of thrust. So, I would still put it at C tier, simply because of the fact that it faces top tier. Yeah, sky flashes are doo-doo, they are. They're so terrible nowadays. I'm sad every time I have to use them. Like, I'd rather have an R24R than a sky flash. Also, should have some better flare rejection. I can't pull up the stats of the Seekers right now, so... Yeah. But, if we're already at it, you know, why not just talk about the F4S? Basically the same plane. I think they both have HMDs, right? The F4J and the F4S? I know the F4S has HMD, and I know the American Tech Tree F4J has HMD, so I'm just assuming the British one has an HMD. I don't really remember. Yeah, it's just better than the F4J in every way. I agree with you. It has actually competitive radar missiles, and it has 4 of them. So you can actually... You can do BVR combat against top tier planes. Like an F-16 also only has AIM-7Ms. And AIM-7Ms and AIM-7Fs are currently exactly the same. So... I think the F4S is way superior to the F4J. The problem is still that it's 11-3 and faces top tier, which will definitely slow down your grind. So I would put it only one step higher than the F4J at B tier. Yeah, because it has to fight the best jets in the game, I would still put it at B tier, not at A tier. Because that's like a really, really big downgrade. Like, you have the choice between this, and I would 100% any day of the week pick the F5C over the F4S. Okay, you guys say A tier, then we put it A tier. You guys overrule me. Life though, the F4S only has way better missiles in terms of radar missiles. I don't even know if it gets Agile Eagle. What's the lowest tier that you would still recommend? What do you mean by that? The low? Oh, the low. Okay, I think we just used the same scale as last time. So S is like really, really strong, almost overpowered, like the F5C, which is 10.3 and basically out dogfights everything else at 10.3 easily. A tier is really, really good premium. B tier is like the middle ground. B tier is where, you know, you have a fine plane that performs fine for the battle rating. Nothing else. And everything below that is kind of worse than tech tree options, in my opinion. Like the J70 is at F0. And at F0 you have probably better options in China. Let me check the Chinese tech tree real quick. You should have the J8 at 11.0. Wait. Yeah, J8B is at F0. You can at least, you know, launch aspites in the face of people. It has more thrust. At 10.7 in the Chinese tech tree, you have the F5E, which is probably better than the J70 in my opinion. So anything below B tier, I would be cautious. I would only buy it if you really want the tech tree. Like, you know, I like Italy, okay? If I had to grind Italy again all over, I would buy the F4S, F104 TAF because I would have no other choice. But if you don't necessarily really want Italian top tier, don't get the F104. A5C is way better. The A5C probably also grinds faster, yeah, than the J7 because you can use bombs and it's a MiG-19 airframe. Also, yeah, the F5C is cheaper than the F4S, right? Put the subsonics in F tier low. I don't think all subsonics are necessarily bad. You know, speaking of subsonic, let's go here. Take the A6E. The A6E, in my opinion, is not a bad plane for people who don't like ARB. You can just take the A6E into ground RB, you know. Imagine you bought your Wolfpack or your M1 KVT. That's actually the perfect example. Okay, you bought the M1 KVT and you bought the A6E. You have a ground thing, you have an air thing, and you go into ground RB because the A6E is really capable in ground RB. It can carry 9 Payfrays, 9 laser guided bombs. Or you just leave 4 at home, which is still 5 laser guided bombs, and take 2 MNLs for self-defense. And you have a really, really potent ground attacker. And just grind some air while you play ground all day, if you don't like ARB. I personally wouldn't want to play it in ARB, simply because it is slow and, you know, you're not gonna have that great of a dogfight performance. C tier above, yeah, I would C tier above J70. I mean, that would be B tier, right? Above the J7, it would be B tier. I would put it in B tier because it's a really solid option for ground RB. If you are just someone who wants to play ground RB all day, you can use that and have some fun. You know, kill some people with laser guided bombs. That gets you reasonably far into the tree. Surely it's gonna be slower than just grinding in ARB, but ground RB grind in itself already takes so long that by the time you have the other tech tree Abrams, you'll probably be at top tier air anyway. What's the best plane if you want to fly simulator in normal ARB? Why do you want to fly simulator in normal ARB? Also, yeah, it has 9 Ls, which is pretty nice. Although at 10.3, a lot of planes already have countermeasures, so it's not huge, like huge, but like in a down tier you could bully some people, definitely. Are the big sales on tomorrow? I don't know. I don't have the schedule in my head, but today there are still the other sales, the not GE sales, but like premium sales and half off sales of GE premiums and stuff. And sometime within the next days there will be the pack sales where you could get some of these. Pack sales on the 7th. Okay, if you say that, they would be in 3 days. I don't know exactly. I don't have the time frame in my head. I've been trying to learn to do full sim using a PS4 controller and take it against normal people until I get good. Honestly, just going to simulator battles. You're not gonna have fun playing with sim controls against other people. Most likely. Unless you're really good, you know. I can't judge you on that. Alright, let's go to the next plane. Somebody asked for Kfir Canard. Honestly, I'm just really sad that this is the only Kfir that doesn't get pythons. Which makes, you know, which is a big downgrade in my opinion. I really like the pythons on the other Kfirs. Like both the C7 Tech Tree Kfir and the C2 Event Kfir. It's also the lowest battle rating Kfir at 10.7. But you're still only getting 2 AIM 9Gs. Which is meh, you know. It's not really all that much. It has a lower BR though. That's true. It also has a lower engine thrust than the other Kfirs. Wait, it might have the same engine thrust as the C2, but it definitely has less than the C7. Let me check. Yeah, it has basically the same as the C2, but the C2 is just 1 BR bracket higher and gets Python freeze. And Python freeze are nice. Yeah, it has the same as the C2, yeah, as I said. Just the C7 was the one that's better. I personally love the C7, and I didn't really enjoy flying the other Kfirs. I would say it's not a bad plane. You can definitely dogfight in it, although you will be limited by being a delta wing, which will bleed all your speed in turns. It was definitely better in comparison when we looked at before the last increase of battle rating ceiling to 12.3, because when 12.0 was still the top, the Kfir Canard was pretty nice because it was just below that bracket, but now the C2 is also below that bracket, so, and a lot of the other 11.0 premiums. So I don't think it's that amazing, although it's not a bad fighter. You can definitely learn how to play it and have fun. You can just use it as a bomb truck. It does carry some bombs, yeah. You can do that. You can grind the tech tree by just bombing bases. That's right. Although I personally wouldn't play that, but like, yeah, everybody has their own playstyle. Bombing was nerfed. Oh yeah, they did nerf bombing. The respawn time of a base is quite high now, right? I'm not sure if I want to put it at A tier. I mean, it can almost touch the F5C in terms of flight performance in a dogfight. So I guess it would be appropriate at A tier. Okay, you know what? It's appropriate at A tier. Let's just put it at 8 now, just so we have this sorted. It's S tier behind the F5C. Nah, it's not S tier behind the F5C. Both the F5C and the MiG-23 ML will stomp that thing. It's better than the F4S though. I mean, yeah, of course, even within one of these ratings, you will have differences between planes. Although it's only better in a dogfight, you know. The F4S is a pretty decent support fighter, getting 4 AIM 7Fs. 4 AIM 9s, and a decent gun. I don't like belly-mounted guns, but decent gun. Let's put it A tier. I think A tier is a fair rating. You will be fast for bombing. Like, this thing is fast, so you can almost always be the first one to bomb a base, which can be helpful. And looking at this, I would probably put the ML at top tier, at S tier. I think the ML is better than the Kfir Canard. Do the J35XS. Oh boy, I'm still mad that the Tech 3 J35D is so sad now because it doesn't have countermeasures. The J35D is just horrible, like really horrible. Never touch it, please. Don't ever play it. I've played it a lot, I have a bunch of games in it, but nowadays, with all these good missiles, you will not stand a chance in the D version. At least the XS gets some countermeasures with 12, but it is not a lot. Should get extra points just for being finished. Oh boy, no. Oh, I mean, okay. I think at 10.7 it is alright. I am still sad about the lack of countermeasures. Like 12 is not a lot. You have to be very cautious with getting missiled and evading missiles. You probably just have to look out for who's shooting you. You know, if an F5C is shooting a missile at you, you probably should just evade instead of flaring, because you only have 12 countermeasures. You have to keep them for other things with better missiles. At least it's 10.7, so it doesn't see top tier, and you get to carry 6 AIM-9Js, which is an alright missile load at 10.7. It has IRST, that is true, below the nose. And the NNJ slave to it. That's also nice. And it also has decent flight performance. Like, you know, it's a J35. It pulls good. It even has pretty good climb rate because the engine is quite powerful. And overall, I like it. I'm just, you know, annoyed by the lack of countermeasures. The Canard has a better matchmaker and flight performance. Why a better matchmaking? The Canard also has more flares, but less missiles. I think it's B or A. Yeah, I would probably put it at B tier. The lack of countermeasures really has you be playing. You have to be very careful with how you engage fights. You can't just be like all in a fight, because if you spot a missile too late, you will have to, you know, drop a bunch of countermeasures to really spam them to get the missile off last second. And you can do that like once, and then your flares are empty. So you have to be always on your feet, always look around for missiles that might be approaching you, so you can either evade them or just one flare them really carefully. Canard is 10.7, should be better than the F4S. I don't think the Canard is that good, and it is at the same place at the F4S. They have different strengths, okay? The F4S has really good radar missiles, okay? Those are basically guaranteed kills if you catch someone relatively high and not too far away. I retract my statement, it's a B. It has tiny wheels on the back. Yeah, it has a tiny wheel below the engine, which is really funny. Alright, next one. Mirage F1 C200. I don't think it's a great plane, simply because the flight mode of the Mirage F1 is kind of dog shit. The engine is kind of dog shit. The only upside is 2 Magic 2s. If you launch a Magic 2 relatively close range in a rear aspect, it's basically a guaranteed kill, because you cannot flare it off at like 1 kilometer. But the rest of the plane just is so sad. I know they buffed the flight model, and it's a lot better to fly than it was at release. Like at release, it was wobbling in turns, and it couldn't even turn really. Now it can turn, but it bleeds all its speed, and it doesn't have the engine power to really get its speed back in a fight. It can drop bombs at Mark 1+. I don't think you should use the C200 as a bomber. It's not really all that amazing in bombing. Like, what can you carry? If you still want to have some missiles, the max you can carry, if you want 2 Magic 2s, you can carry 3 2,000 pounders and 2 1,000 pounders. I guess that gets you maybe 2 bases. Could, if you're lucky. But then you will be the last person to reach those bases. You are slow. The engine is terrible, like really bad. B tier. I guess B tier could be fair. You have some radar missiles, even though they're kinda bad, because they get fooled by chaff. Minus points for being French. F tier. Yeah, just for you, I put it in F tier really quick. Here, enjoy. Okay, but now for real. I think B tier is appropriate. It has kind of terrible flight performance, but nice missiles. Except for the radar missiles. They get chaffed. Although if you find a target without chaff, then the 530F is a really nice missile to just, you know, yeet people into oblivion. I guess it also has a downside of meeting top tier since it's 11-3, right? Not that I remember. Yeah, it's 11-3. Okay. So B tier at max. Maybe even C tier if I have a bad day. Subtract 4 points for stinky French. Okay, 4 points. I keep that in mind, okay? The Magic 2s are really nice. Magic 2s, ever since they've been buffed in not the last major patch, the major patch before that, they're really nice in terms of flare resistance, but they still have terrible range. So I think B tier is appropriate here. Next up, the MiG-21 bis Lazur M, I think. The German MiG-21 Premium. It's a MiG-21 bis, so it has a nice engine. You get 6 R60 MKs, although I personally like to run with 4 R60Ms and 2 R13s. Not the R13s, the R3Rs. And you have an okay flight performance, okay? You can turn, but you will bleed speed. But you have a good engine, so you can kind of get that speed back if you survive the dogfight. I think it's worse than the SPSK thanks to the matchmaker. I don't think it is. Ever since they introduced 12.3, it doesn't see top tier anymore. So I think it's in a really solid spot in the matchmaker right now. R60s kind of suck even if you get 6 of them. Sure, but look at what other nations are getting at 11.0. I mean, wait, let me open this again. There's my... Okay, here, J70 only gets 4 missiles, and they are worse. Kind of. Nah, okay, Magic ones might not be worse, but they have similar range. And similar flare resistance probably, so like none. And they're only re-aspect. The SPSK matchmaker is too insanely good right now to justify buying the Lazur M over it. I don't think the SPSK is all that great. I never enjoyed the SPSK. Gotta be honest here. It's a really nice plane if you know what you're doing. I agree with you, Scrub. I would still only put it at A tier. It's really nice. You don't see top tier anymore. You have a bunch of all aspect missiles. You have a strong engine. Top speed is not all that amazing at ground level, but you get over it. You just have to be careful to not rip your wings. The R60Ms can't hit anyone with minimal awareness. Well, since almost all battles are 16 versus 16 now, people are bound to just not see you launch a missile. They can't look 360 degrees all the time. I don't know about the rest of these planes, but nothing beats face punching people with Sparrows. Yeah, though I think the F5 is still better than the F4S, but if you enjoy the Sparrows, I really enjoy Sparrows too. You still face some F-16s and German MiG-29s. That's true. You can still face like the F-16 ADF and stuff. But it's not all that common. And a lot of the time you will actually face just lower battle ratings. Because there are a lot of planes that are played at 10.3, 10.0. You will see a lot of F5C players. And you can, you know, troll them with R3Rs. I still think it's an A tier. I really enjoyed it when I played it. I really also enjoyed in sim battles, because in sim battles missiles are harder to spot, so that automatically makes 6 R60Ms quite nice. Also, don't forget the R3Rs are J-band, so not a lot of radar warning receivers can actually see them coming. Let's just keep it at A tier. Alright, next up. Another F4. At least this one has an internal cannon, okay? So you don't have to carry the stupid gun pod around. But it's, you know, it's pretty bad in other regards. You don't have a PD radar. You only have, what are they, AIM 7E? Yeah, AIM 7E Sparrows. You get AIM 9Ps. It's kind of a mid plane. No slats. Yeah, you're right. You don't get slats, so you have worse maneuverability than other Phantoms, or like than the F4E, for example. I would probably also put it down at D tier. I agree with you guys here. It's straight up bad. Yeah, it is kind of bad, yeah. You know, the only good thing about it is the internal cannon. So you don't have to carry around a gun pod. But that's it. I put it in C because the Turk 104 is just on its own level of bad. Hey, why do you hate my F104? D for doo-doo. Yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend buying the F4 EJ. It's really not worth it. Next up, SC39. The big one. I've already heard some people don't like subsonics. So, I understand. But, you know, you get R73s. You get R60Ms. You get Vickers. You get a lot of ground ordnance. I think it's a similar thing as with the A6E. Just that you have even better missiles, but you're a higher better rating. So it's kind of okay for CAS. R73s don't save it. No, they don't really save it. But they can get you some kills, and they, you know, that accelerates your grind. So I personally would put it at B tier. It doesn't even pull that bad in a dogfight. And you have great energy retention. And yeah, it's really good for CAS. The SC25 damage model, I mean, it is an SC25, is extremely tanky. You will oftentimes take multiple multiple ground to air, surface to air. Yes, surface to air missiles to die. And it has nice ordnance. Sure, it doesn't get a thermal pod, but that's honestly fine in my opinion. Competes with MiG-23 for grinding in ARB though. What do you mean? The MiG-23 is S tier. I think the MiG-23 is better for grinding in ARB. Way better. Like, the SU-39 only does good in ARB if it's left alone and can, you know, just destroy all tanks there and bleed tickets and get like 4,000 points in one game. Then it's really good in ARB. But you're rarely just left alone. I've seen SC-25s tank Mavericks too. Yeah, they tank everything, man. I've shot 30 mils at SC-25s, and I shot my Viggen. Okay, my Viggen. I shot like entire magazines into SC-39s and SC-25s, and they refuse to die. So it becomes a worse option to grind. Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's only B tier and not S tier. The MiG-23 is a way higher rating here. Alright. We have our ranking. We have, I think that's the final ranking. This time I don't want to change anything about it. I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. We definitely have some recommendations here for good premiums. And we definitely have some things you should avoid buying unless you really need these trees. Okay, the F104 is the only option for really getting into the Italian tech tree. As sad as it sounds, you know, there's no way around it. You would move the F104 to FT, otherwise good list. All right, I mean, you know, we don't have to disagree. We don't have to disagree. No, we don't have to agree on everything. So that's okay for me. I'm happy with that. since the stream has not been going on for long enough, in my opinion, okay? We can just, since you guys are hating on the SC39, I'll just hop into the SC25BM, same air-to-air loadout, and we hop into ARB. Alright. Where's my SC25BM? I mean, it's not exactly the same. I just see the SC59 is... Wait, they moved my BM down to 11.0? It makes me kind of happy. Let's play it anyway. The Ariete is better for grinding than the F104, to be honest. It is. It definitely is. The Ariete is kind of nice, but... The thing is, if you play with the Ariete, you will be able to research up to here. And that means, like, effectively, that means you will have to play the F104S ASA to grind the rest. And I do not recommend playing the ASA. As much as I like my F104, I also have the secret loadout that nobody can get. As much as I like my F104S ASA, don't play it, please. You can't escape the F104. True. Let's go into air realistic with our R73 launcher here. Hudson. Which would you recommend, German jets versus Russian jets? In the current meta, except okay, the MiG-29G is kind of a special case because now it's just better than the SMT in every way. But I personally think the German air tree is not all that competitive at the higher tiers right now. Until we get things like the Eurofighter. So, probably Russia. I would probably go for Russia. So, what are we facing? An F-16. Oh my god. And the Mirage 2000-5. Okay. This is definitely not a down tier. And a MiG-29 up there. Oh, come on. Come on, Tim. We have domestic planes. We just need our Eurofighters. One day. Let's see if we can get 10 kills in ARB now. Easy. What are these vegans doing? It looks like, you know, two soulmates found each other. Germany really has nothing. I mean, they have the best MiG-29 currently. With the MiG-29G. But other than that, they don't have a lot, yeah. Is this the mating ritual for J-37s? Can we expect baby J-37s now? They're summoning the Gripen. It's a Gripen summoning ritual. Very interesting to watch. Very interesting to watch. Oh yeah, I also can't wait for the Eurofighter, but I don't think we're gonna see it anytime soon. Once the Rafale is here, I have to grind the French tree. Honestly, kind of, but I prefer the Eurofighter over the Rafale, so you don't have to. I think the Mirage 2000 is much cooler than the Rafale. Eurofighter is ugly? How can you say that? It's not ugly. Dorito F-16. Oh, you mean the F-16 XL. The Delta Wing F-16. That one is interesting. You're a sucker for Canard looking planes. I just like twin engine planes. That's why I like the Eurofighter even more. Like, I don't like these when the engines are so far apart, like on the F-14. I think the F-14 is ugly. I just like when they're right next to each other. Like on the Eurofighter or the G91YS or the G91Y. Those are the planes that I like. Tim, you very much just summed it up. The Gripen it will be good when it comes into the game, but only because there are now no like 4th gen counterparts to it yet. Like, it will probably turn really good with those Canards, but the thrust to weight ratio is really undesirable. And sure, it has less drag, so it can actually go decently fast, even without afterburner, but you know. God damn, he flared it last second. But I still think the F-16 is superior. Should I go and dogfight the MiG-29? I should. I missed him, so sad. Okay, we're fine. Okay, we made it through the mob of enemies, so now we just have to get behind someone to launch J7E. Oh no, that's scary. To launch an R-73. Get away from me. He's dead. Try dodging this. R-73s are just an instant delete button. I hate this plane in particular. Gone. It would be really amazing if I could get rid of that MiG-29 here. Goodbye. Oh yeah, are you overshooting me? Do you want an R-73 to the rear? They're dying too quickly. There are not enough targets for me. This is very interesting, you see. Whenever I play my SU-25, the enemies for some reason shoot back. Might be a glitch. Yeah, you see, nobody shoots at me. They're all scared of me. It's just streamer luck, you know? It's just me being a streamer. Honestly, I'm hiding my in-game name, so they don't even know that it's me. Is there anybody left that I can shoot at? Like, anybody? I still have an R-73 left, and I would like a third kill. But the SU-39 has basically the same flight performance, with an IRCM at the back. Oh, there's the JDF. Hello. I just need to get behind him. This will be the ultimate strategy. Just get behind him, launch R-73. Brother, I'm so ready. He looks dead. I'm not stealing that. He looks dead. Yup. That's it with the enemy team. This say I think I get the MiG-23 and the Roykit 105. Still debating on the CV90 105, but I don't think I go for it. I mean, the CV90 105 is a really, really nice tank. But, like, honestly, grinding the British Tech 3 will probably take enough of your time. I'm not a Gripen fan per se, but Meteors in a small plane with decent RCS sounds like a good match. I mean, the Eurofighter's radar cross-section is also kind of small. Like, sure, it's not a stealth plane, but it's definitely made to have a smaller cross section. Gaijin automatically turning on streamer luck once you open OBS. Oh yeah, right. It's just OBS giving me insane powers. Oh, wait. I just got rid of my chat window accidentally. 20 minutes until the Twitch stream, lads. Bofficer, what Twitch stream? Is War Thunder Twitch streaming? Again? Hey, we didn't get up tiered as hard. F111. We didn't get up tiered at all. This will be a really fun game. Oh, esports for the second batch of skins. Ah, god damn, they're stealing my viewers. Yeah, but definitely get your drops. Dum, 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 dum. Do you have SC39? Actually, I do not know. And I'm not interested in it, since I don't have to grind the Russian tech tree, really. And, yeah. If I ever wanted, I just grind the SC25T. He's launching missiles. See, definitely one of the upsides of the F4S is being able to just yeet people in the face with radar missiles, especially in down tiers. It got buffed with R73s a few updates ago. Yeah, that's true. But I also have R73s on this year, and this is a lower BR. If I can get behind the J7E, that would be so based. Yeah, turn. No, that's good. That's perfect. Just turn away from me. Yes. 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 I just have to get a bit closer. He's too far. I'm not gonna launch at 3 kilometers in a rear aspect when he's that fast. Oh, he died. God damn. Okay, next. A J35D? He doesn't even have countermeasures. I feel bad if I kill him. I would still kill him, but I will feel bad. I critted him. Hey, he's on fire. See, they shot back. You saw? He fired back this time. Oh, an F1 6 kilometers above me. I hope that F1 wants an R60M, because that's what he's gonna get. He actually defeated my R60M. I'm proud, brother. I'm also confused how did that J35 just defeat my missile? Ouch! 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 Fuck! God damn it! I love how my R60 just went for the missiles that they launched. It's totally not broken. Yeah, I should have launched an R73 at him. I'm not gonna lie, what a waste. Did you angle today? No, actually I don't. Because I don't play the Tiger. Like last time I played the Tiger is ages ago. I'm really more of a higher tier guy. you know. Anyway, next game. Easy kills. R60 moment. No, you're right. It's truly an R60 moment. Just going for the missile that he launched. It would have been a guaranteed kill if he didn't launch a missile at the exact same time. Like, he's not just gonna dodge an R60 from the side. But we got another very favorable battle rating. We got down tiered. But he suddenly died. But he suddenly died, sorry, you take my statement. I died, yeah. That was kind of stupid. I shouldn't have pulled after the J35, but I was very desperate for that kill, you know. Yesterday I decided on my favorite game of all time, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance? I never played it. The gun on the SC-25 is just really amazing. I love it. It's good for head-ons or generally just sniping people at high aspects. Has good velocity, good damage. What belt am I carrying? Oh, air targets. Yeah, good. The key to being a good SC-25 pilot is don't go in first. Let them get into dogfights and you just swoop in and gun them down. Or just missile them. Any combination really works. Also, don't whip your wings, because this thing, I don't know where it gets all its speed from, but it has too much of it. Nice fuel. I mean, I don't need more. Games usually take less than 10 minutes. He wants me. And I want that F4E. He dead. Wasting fuel is very good for the environment. So true, so true. I'm just scared that one of these space climbing planes dives down on me. Ooh, scary. Oh, never mind. Not so scary anymore. J35XS. What if I want him dead? Where are you going, bro? Don't turn with me. I don't want a turn fight. He dead. He's not evading that. Although, yeah, he's not evading that. I almost thought my missile failed, okay? Almost lost hope here. How did my missile miss that F105? It's just not catching an F105. Oh, whatever. Leave me alone, A10. A10 is still turning with me. I critted him. How did you survive my 30 mil to the... I mean, I also survived this 20 mil. How well is he flying? Because I'm not flying all that well. I'm not pulling that. I'm not pulling that. I'm not... Almost got 3 kills, okay? Almost. He's still flying. I hit him in the face of 20 mils. Did he just call GG's? No, I thought it was him. Okay, but as somebody already pointed out, okay, the Twitch stream for the War Thunder esports thing is about to start, and you guys definitely want your dropped skins. So, with that in mind, I will end the stream now. I hope you had a great time, because I definitely did. I will be happy to see you again in the next stream, which... What day is it today? Is it Saturday? Which will be on Monday. Tomorrow there's no stream. Next stream will be on Monday. Until then, have a great evening and a great weekend, everybody. What will you rank? We will see. We might do a normal stream, we might do a ranking stream. There are definitely more ranking streams planned. If you want to stay up to date, join my Discord. Until then, bye guys. Yes, sorry Tim. Next time. Get your dropped skins.